Alright, it is 2022 now. I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve. I hope everyone's got some good New Year's resolutions in place. And we're going to start off 2022 by doing a 3 rings or bust rebuild challenge with my favorite team, the New York Knicks. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? So this is still going to be a challenge because the Knicks don't have the best roster. And the roster updates haven't been helping them with, I feel like, Barrett dropping, with Kemba dropping, with Randall dropping. It is not very good. But what the Knicks do have going for them, they have large contracts, they have good young trade assets. We are going to have to make a lot of moves, and it's going to look so much different than my last Knicks rebuild, which was a 10-year realistic one. So this is going to be a completely different approach. We're just going to go balls to the wall, trading basically everybody. And I really don't know how we're going to start the season at all. So normally I'd just wait till the trade deadline, but I don't know if we're going to be that good. So I'll see you guys on January 1st, and then I'll look to make some moves then. We're off to not a great start. So it is January 1st, and we are the 5 seed here, or no, we're the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. We're 23-13, which isn't too bad, but I definitely have a bunch of moves up my sleeve. Do I know what the moves are going to be? No, but Randall! All right, Julius Randall. He's somebody that made last year so much fun for the Knicks. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for what he did. One of the more fun Knicks seasons that I've ever had as a Knicks fan. But watching him, I was never a huge fan. I was kind of shocked that he was doing this. I wasn't a fan of the extension in the offseason. In my top 5 players that I think could regress this year, he was on the list, and sadly, I was right. And I just hate watching Julius Randle play for the Knicks. He would be fun maybe as a number 2 option, but not as a number 1. So there's a good chance that I'm going to move him in this video, and I'm probably going to move him this season. So somebody that can help me win now would be like Paul George, and then I'd probably move Paul George in the offseason. But yeah, Julius Randle can get me a really good player in return. So I can get Rudy Gobert. That's pretty nice. I mean, Paul George is pretty good. I just don't know if I want to include Derrick Rose in that trade. I get DeJounte Murray, who's really good. That's a point guard the Knicks may need. I feel like I can get DeJounte Murray with other trade assets. So, Paul George, do we have to include Derrick Rose and Batum? Probably. Okay. Instead of including Derrick Rose, can I include Nerlens Noel? What about if I also include Kevin Knox? And you can give me Isaiah Hartenstein, who is 2-star trade value? What? I can give up Kemba. All right. Instead of Boston or Hartenstein, do you have any 1.5-star guys? Like Batum, he's 1.5. They still want Alec Burks and went for, let's see, because if I can keep Alec Burks, who would be good in a trade. I mean, yeah, if I include Winslow, he's a star and a half. Oh my God, $784,000. Yeah, unfortunately, that won't happen. I mean, could we include Nerlens Noel like this? Nope. See, Jason Preston isn't on a 2-way, so I could trade for him, right? What about if we throw in 3 second-round picks? Does that get this done? I would be so for this, just for this year. All right, I would give you 1 first-round pick in 2024. Does that get it done? Really? Oh, my goodness. You don't even counter? So annoying. Why? I guess Isaiah Hartenstein is actually pretty good. I don't think Terrence Mann would do anything different. All right, I'm probably going to do this trade. It sucks I'm giving up Alec Burks, but I'm getting Paul George, which is going to be so worth it, at least this season. I can move Paul George in the offseason. I think there's a good chance I move RJ Barrett as well. And I don't get Paul George a lot, so I kind of wanted him. So DeJounte Murray, let's go back to him. Who could I offer up? Nothing, really. I mean, I don't want to give up Barrett, but I may have to. If we did a Terrence, oh, they really like Terrence Mann. That's a good sign. So you can give me Keita Bates-Diop and DeJounte Murray for Derrick Rose and Terrence Mann. Counter at least? No counter? Because I don't want to have to give up any of these guys right now because I could probably use them in other trades. So I would include Miles McBride, who's only a star and a half. I mean, what is Quentin Grimes to you? Is Quentin Grimes good value? He's 2 stars. I mean, the only thing I can think of, if you give me Drew Eubanks is 2 stars, so never mind him. You can give me Bryn Forbes. They don't even counter. And if I give you a 2024 first-round pick, there we go. Okay. So I think that's going to be worth it as well. Right now, our starting 5 is DeJounte Murray, RJ Barrett, Nicholas Batum, or Paul George, Nicholas Batum, Mitchell Robinson. Maybe the bench is hurting a little bit, so I should stop doing these 3-for-1 trades. This is an intriguing one because getting Brandon Ingram's better. I mean, RJ Barrett's not terrible. I just don't know what to do there. All right, so we need a fairly good power forward. Do I really want to put Gordon Hayward there, though? What are the odds I could trade Evan Fournier for Christian Wood? A counter? No. I would also include Taj Gibson. What am I saying? Why would they ever do this? I mean, do you have a player that's 1 star? Armani Brooks. How is he a star and a half? Dude, All right, so never mind. I probably won't. Garrison Matthews, Yeah, never mind. All right, so I'm not going to make any more moves. I'll see you guys around the trade deadline, and then I'll finish up this team. Okay, so it's the trade deadline. We do want to stop simulating. We are the 3 seed here. How's RJ doing? Ugh. Like, is that going to help me win a championship this year? He may be fine long term, but I don't think I have the resources to win it all this year. Yeah, like, let's definitely start Obi, Mitch Rob, Kemba quickly. Fournier. Like, I want to move Fournier's big contract. And, like, if it's for Gordon Hayward, I feel like that's an upgrade. I can get Thomas Bryant and Bertans. I don't want to give up any more first, though. Oh, jeez. I'm not even getting offered Gordon Hayward anymore. I'm getting offered Mason Plumlee and Cameron Payne. Whoa! I can get Clint Capella, though? What? Yeah, let me do that. I only have to throw in a second-round pick. All right. So now we have a great starting center, and we have a great backup center. That's pretty good. They want to start Mitch Rob at the 4. Why not? Why not? Let's do that. So Kemba off the bench. How's he playing? He's playing well. Like, he's good enough to come off the bench. Obi quickly. Gibson. Let me see if I can move Gibson. All right, so I'm going to move Bryn Forbes and Taj Gibson for Admiral Schofield out of Tennessee, right? Yeah, and Terrence Ross, who is out of Washington? Is that where Terrence Ross is out of? Yeah, wow. Kind of forgot he was a Husky. So we have Murray, Barrett, George, Robinson, Capella with Kemba, Toppin, quickly, and Ross off the bench. That's not bad. Toppin's the backup big. You know what? I'm going to roll with this. I don't know if I want to move RJ. Like, am I going to get a good enough return for him if I did something like him and Ross? Like, I don't really think it's going to be... Well, hello. That is definitely a better shooting guard. I can get DeAndre Ayton? Yeah, maybe I should trade RJ right now. Oh, my God. I can get Aaron Gordon, Porter Jr., Gobert, no thank you. I can get Julius Randle back. So the one that pops out to me is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Derek Favors, and we are going to do that trade. So, yeah, I got one more trade left in me because I probably want to move, like I would like a backup wing, but I guess Favors can be fine. More bigs, the better in 2K simulation. So, yeah, this is a really good team. I hope it can go all the way. Let's not, defense is 4.5 stars. Holy shit. Yeah, let's roll with this. 3 rings or bust, let's start it up. All right, so we ended up as the 3 seed, which still scares me a little bit. I don't really know how to feel. Did we get anybody on, literally anything? We get Paul George on All-NBA 3rd team. Very nice. His numbers were better when he came to New York. That's pretty cool. I would have loved Paul George maybe in New York. I don't know. And we also got Paul George on All Defensive 2nd team. So clearly he's our best player. We have the Toronto Raptors in round 1. Honestly, keep me on the other side as the Celtics. They are my kryptonite, as you guys know. So this is how 2K wants to roll the rotation for the playoffs. Yeah, I'm cool with this. It's 9-man rotation. Under Tibbs, we dropped a 4-star defense. I guess that's what's starting Obi Toppin over Mitchell Robinson. But that is fine. And then for some of these shot tendencies, like George at a 90. You can up Murray to a 75. Shea at 85 is good. Mitchell Robinson, I don't really care if he scores or not because he doesn't really need to. Kemba, we can lower it a little bit. Toppin, we can raise it a little bit. And then quickly 75 is fine. Okay, we're cool. And here were the player stats throughout the year. Shea actually led us in scoring overall. And then there's Paul George. We got DeJounte Murray, who averages 17, 7, and 7. Very nice. So, like, I think we can win it all. I hope we can. Please don't tell me Toronto beats us. And, yeah, they haven't really made too many big moves, or really any moves at all. We're up 2-0, 3-0, and we give them the good old gentleman's sweep. All right, we get out of round 1 with no stress at all. Shea goes off 63% from the field. Only 26 from 3, though. Okay. There's Paul George, who was good. Capella. All right, now we have Philly, who's always a tough matchup. See what happens here. Simulate round. Oh, man, they're up 2-1. All right. Games 1, we lost by 2 in overtime. Stop it. Game 2, we lost by 6. Oh, so both of our L's have been close. And then Game 3, we blew them out. All right. Let's blow them out in Game 4. There should be no reason not to win this at the Garden. Our L's have been close. Our win, not plural, has been by a lot. So let's hope our win here could be by double digits, or are we going to blow it? Now we're going to win this game. Okay, let's go. We end up winning by 9 points. 34 for PG, 13. I don't know what he is in New York. But we're going on to Game 5 back at the Wells Fargo Center right on South Broad Street. Let's see what happens. Good first quarter. Good first half. Let's go. Just don't choke this in the 4th, and we're chilling. And we are going to be going up 3-2 after we beat them by 2 touchdowns. All right, Game 6, we can put them away and go to the conference finals. We have a solid first quarter. We have a good first half. I'll take that, but then the 3rd quarter not off to a great start, so it's going to be a close 4th here. Come on. I need you to close this out at home, please. We're down by 3, 53 seconds left. Come on. Let's see what happens. Please. Please. No. Oh, we lose by 3. Now we got to go on the road to Philly for Game 7. Not what I want. I mean, last Philly Game 7 in round 2, it worked out for the visiting team. Talking about Trae Young and the Hawks, but I'm a little nervous. What is with us? Having bad 3rd quarters, man. Oh. What is with us? And we lost this game! We blew a 3-2 lead! I can't complete this goddamn freaking challenge. I'm pissed. I should have. Oh my. Ah. Like, you know what? It would have been impressive. You would have watched this video and be like, ah, that was impressive. You won 3 championships in a row with the Knicks. But no, I'm not impressive. And I have to use an offseason to get it done, which is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So we have the 28th pick. The Hornets keep their pick at 8, so that might have good value for next year. I'm going to keep Tibbs for now. I have to see if there's going to be some Paul George regression, and I should look to trade him now. I don't know what star I can get for him. Jared Allen, De'Aaron Fox, Cole Anthony. I don't want Brandon Ingram. All right, not a lot. So I may keep Paul George around until player progression and see how much he regresses. We are going to be trading pick 28, Miles McBride and Justice Winslow for pick, what was that, 13? And David Nwaba from the Houston Rockets. All right, so Jaden Ivey is still on the board. So is Trevor Keels, but we got a lot of Trevor Keels action in the John Morant career sim. Also, Ty Washington as well. So I'm going to pick up Jaden Ivey, who's probably going to be a top 5 pick in real life. So we also got Walt Doyle. I'm not going to really sign him. Team player options, Derek Favors opts in. All right, I mean, we could look to trade him. Probably will. We'll give both these guys the qualifying offers. And I can go out and get Kevin Porter Jr. Please let me get that steal of a contract. Oh, wait. Let me bring back Mitchell Robinson, too. That would be smart. So Mitchell Robinson, yeah, he can get that. And do we end up with KPJ and Mitchell Robinson? Because KPJ would be a great trade asset. Yes, sir. Let me also sign Gary Harris. Could also be used as a trade asset. And there we go. So right now, I think we can improve the bench. But I'm going to go to player progression first and see what our team is looking like. So we go here to player progression. Paul George does start to regress. I'm just wondering like what trades I should make. All right, so our season 2 rotation is going to look like this. I don't really know if it's a championship team. We could pick up Julius Randle to come off the bench for us in this deal. And then have Kevin Porter Jr. be the backup point guard. To be honest, that's not a bad idea. But Jaden Ivey's 3.5 stars. So I actually prefer somebody new like John Collins. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, Josh Giddey's cool, but I get Josh Giddey a little bit. So I'm going to get John Collins and IDB for Kemba, Ivy, and Derek Favors. And this means that Kevin Porter Jr. will be the backup point guard. So we have Murray, Shea, George, Collins, Capella, with Mitch Robb, Quickly, Toppin, and Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench. I will see you guys at the trade deadline to see if I want to make any more moves. And there we go. We are the 1 seed at the end of this season. Luka got MVP, Paul Banchero Rookie of the Year to the Spurs. Do we get Coach of the Year? We do. Tibbs goes 64 and 18. So yeah, we were the 1 seed at the deadline, so I didn't think to make any moves. And we didn't get anybody. Oh no, we did get Shea on All-NBA 3rd team. Shea's a stud. But can Shea get me a ring? That's all I care about. DeJounte Murray was also solid. I mean, the efficiency has dropped more than I thought it will, but he was really good defensively. So, you know what? I will take that. We are the 1 seed, and we have the Toronto Raptors, a team we swept last year in round 1 of the play-in tournament. We take a look at some of the player stats throughout the year, led by Shea and then Paul George, and you kind of have Murray and Collins, similar amounts. There's Emmanuel Quickly off the bench. Not great. I mean, but not terrible. There's Clint, Mitch Robb, Toppin, and then Kevin Porter Jr., who's just on a 1-year deal. I hope I have bird rights on him because then I could do maybe a little sign and trade action. We'll see. Here is going to be the rotation and the minute allocation for the playoffs. And let's go. Here goes nothing. Toronto Raptors, round 1. We lost game 1, but we end up winning 4 in a row, which is fine as long as we move on. As Shea had 27 points, Murray averaged 24, Paul George 21, Collins 16, Quickly 13. Cool. Now we have the Cavs, who are really good in the sim, even though they never bring back Colin Sexton, which is fine by me. I'm like, the Cavs, oh my god, look at the efficiency from Rubio. Just not realistic what he's doing in real life. And it sucks he's out for the year. But I always see like the Cavs in these Ben Simmons rumors. Who are they giving up? Like, Colin Sexton would have made sense, but he's out for the year. So why would the Sixers want that? To get his bird rights? Like, I don't know if he's fully out for the year, but I know he was out for a really long time. Yeah, he's out for the year after undergoing knee surgery. So it's not like he can help the Sixers win it all. So like they wouldn't want to give up Allen, Mobley, or Garland. So who else would the Sixers want? Market and Love? Don't think that's happening. Especially with Rubio, who's playing so well, is currently out for the year. As we end up gentlemen sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers as well. So here we go. Conference Finals, something we couldn't accomplish last year because we lost to the Sixers, who, just speaking of the aforementioned Sixers, in the second round. Here were the stats in that series. Okay. Now we got Charlotte, who is scary because they have this man, LaMelo Ball, who's just absurd in the simulation. But the team around him isn't great. We do have Andre Drummond, though, and Isaiah Hartenstein. But we're in a Game 7. Oh, boy. Oh, this is stressful. Another Game 7, man. Damn. Game 6, we lost by 4 points. We could have put it away. LaMelo had a 30-point triple-double. You're kidding me. All right, Game 7, not off to a good start. Not off to a good start at all. We are currently down by 17 points. We're currently down by 36. What the fuck? You're telling me 2 years in a row I'm going to blow a 3-2 lead. This one was embarrassing. We lost by 37 points. Damn. Well, there goes 3 rings or bust. It's more like I may win 1 ring in this video. 1! This team was a 1 seed. We lost in 7. And I don't know if we were up 3-1. I didn't remember to check it. But god damn it, that sucks. That sucks so much. And the Hornets pick we have, so it's going to be basically trash. I forgot to move it, and it's at 27. Dallas at 22. And our pick at 29, so those 3 picks just have, like, no value. All right, so I may move Paul George. He was good last year, but he may regress, so I should capitalize on the value now. Is DeMar DeRozan worth it? DeMar DeRozan is the same age, so he's probably going to regress just as much, so probably not worth it. Michael Porter Jr. just isn't great in 2K22, so I don't really want him. OG, I could get pick 1. I mean, Zach LaVine, who I just got offered, is really good. He's not going to regress. He's a star, but can he play small forward? Yes, and, like, we're good enough defensively, like, with Shea and Murray, and Capella, that him and Collins can be pretty or big BY abilities on the defensive side. So we end up making that move. We're going to move Gary Harris 22 and 27 for pick 16 and a future first. And then we're going to move IDB and these 2 firsts for 9, and they agreed to that. So I'm going to make my selection at 9, and then you probably use that player in a trade in the future. All right, so we ended up with a center here, Donta Randall. Not great. He was 100% scouted at a 77 overall. How is he a 74? He was projected to go like in the 20s too, and I took him high just because I was like, all right, a guaranteed 77. Well, that's annoying. I've been bamboozled. All right, so we can give the KPJ the qualifying offer, which is going to be pretty nice for a future trade. So let's read out some on KBD. K-Debates, yup, sure. He had like a random 30-point night the other night. So I don't have bird rights on Kevin Porter Jr., so that is something to keep an eye on. I mean, if I go into his name, negotiate contract, yeah, I can't sign him. So let's just hope we get him back on the QO. I'm going to sign Cameron Payne, about $4 million a year. It'll be used in the trade. All right, so here's our player progression. The team is good. I may explore a Zach LaVine trade just for more, I don't know, like just a defensive-minded, size-wise, small forward in the final season to win it all. I mean, like, LaVine's great. Unless I want to move DeJounte Murray for a small forward, but, like, it's tough because I don't really want Brandon Ingram. I mean, I could do this trade and then move Shea to the 1, LaVine to the 2. I can get Lonzo. I'll pass on Lonzo for now just because of the way this team is constructed. Yeah, I feel like something. I feel like that's something. Wow, wait, RJ, oh, he's signed with OKC. I was like, they traded him. I mean, if we were to move Zach LaVine for, like, Ben Simmons, do I do that? Does this make me better? No, I don't think so. So, you know what? We're going to roll with the team now. Maybe I make that move at the deadline. So, here's what we got. Murray, Shea, LaVine at the 3. And then we got Collins, Capella, Robinson, Sure as the 6th man. Quickly as the 7th man. He's going to get a decent amount of minutes as well. And then we will have Toppin and then KPJ. And it could look like this for now. I will see you guys at the trade deadline, unless we're the 1 seed just mowing along. All right, so it is January 28th, and we are the 1 seed. We're 35 and 10. We have a 4-game lead over the Boston Celtics for that. Is our defense really good? It is the 2nd best in basketball, so I guess Zach LaVine isn't hurting us too much. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to roll with, this team for the playoffs. I mean, Murray has kind of fallen off a little bit. I mean, I could move Murray for Garland. I feel like I should do that for the playoffs, yeah. You know what, Murray hasn't been what I wanted him to. I can get Beal out for this trade, but yeah, we're going to do this trade. We also get AJ Griffin as well, who the 2K's probably going to want to start at small forward, but no, we are going to start Zach LaVine there. They want to start, no, why would we do this? Can we do this, please? Garland can go there. Griffin doesn't even need to play. Honestly, you know what? We will play Griffin over Kevin Porter Jr. because Kevin Porter Jr. isn't very good. So let's go like this, something like that, and then we got 3 more minutes. Let's give it to Garland. Let's do this. 33 to all 3 of these guys. All right, that's the team. Defense is terrible. I don't know. Maybe coaching will get in the way, and it'll just prove that you need a coach that meets the system to win it all. Because this team is talented enough, but let's see if the system proficiency holds us back. So we end up as the 1 seed. We didn't have too big of an issue. Dan Russell was your 1st overall pick. He's the great-grandson of Bill Russell, actually. And Tom Tibbs gets Coach of the Year once again. We go 67-15. Will it matter, though? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to matter at all. Shout out to Shea getting All-NBA 3rd team. And that is all we get. But I don't have my hopes up. And I need to end this video with just 1 ring. I really thought I was going to win 3 today. I really did. And I'm going to end up with just 1. Possibly. I might end up with 0. This sucks. All right, one quick thing I want to do is move Zach LaVine's position to a small forward. His overall doesn't change. So the rotation for the playoffs is going to be... Why would it be this? You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off so much. I mean, Quickly's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to look like this. What did Quickly average this year? He was really good. Shout out to Emmanuel quickly. Definitely the sixth man. Yeah, that could be the bench. AJ Griffin is just not going to play. He was good, though. Do I just not play Kevin Porter Jr.? Yeah, I don't play Kevin Porter Jr. Quickly could be that backup guard. So we'll do something like this. And then if I just kind of look more or dive deep into the player stats here. Zach LaVine went the way, then Shea Garland, 3+ 20 point per game scores. Yeah, we definitely had to be the best offensive team in the league by far, because like 3 20 point per game scores and then like 4 other double digit guys. Points per game, yeah. Number one, the Pelicans were really good also. I mean, Kyra Lewis averaged 9, Levert 12, Ingram 20, Zion 28, Valanciunas 10. How did they average that many? I guess D'Lo, yeah, 13 there. Okay, and then if we look by rating, we were the best offensive team. Not barely, but it was close. And then defensive, we were the second best team. Shout out to Detroit, building a good defense over there. Okay, they have LeBron. Yeah, because I think LeBron would join Detroit. So we got Indiana in round 1. They have Nikola Jokic. Oh, they have the Jokic-Sabonis front court. I mean, I love that. But let's see what happens here. We end up winning in 5. You know, we get a good old gentleman's sweep in round 1 usually. And if we take a look at those 5 games, Shea Gilgeous just balled out. And we have Cleveland, who we beat him before. They have DeJounte Murray now, but no way they beat us, right? Yes, we win in 6. Thank God. All right, so now we're in the conference finals for the 2nd straight year. But last year, we lost to the Hornets in 7. And 2 years ago, we lost to the Sixers in 7 in the quarterfinals. So let's hope that we can advance here. These are the numbers against the Cavs. And let's see what we got. Philly, they still have Simmons. They got Jaden Springer starting at the 2, who's been actually solid for them. Furky from Turkey, Tobias, Joel Embiid, Maxey, Jayshawn Tate, Jakob Poeltl, Georges Niang. Please just go to the finals. Don't lose in round 3. Okay, let's go. Finally, we're in the finals. We have to go up against Zion and the Pelicans, the 2 best offensive teams in the league. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander went off in the NBA semifinals with 31 points, 7.5 rebounds, 10.5 assists. That's kind of credible. But yeah, sorry if you heard my face cam mic right there. Just my Elgato mic just wasn't recording for the playoffs, so just had to fix that up. So that's why the mic sound a little bit different between now and when I kind of came back for the playoffs. So I apologize. And yeah, this is the team we're going up against. They got Trevor Keels. I do want to see where they ranked defensively throughout the season, if they were just as good as we were. They weren't great. No, they weren't. They were actually pretty poor. Wow, wait. They were the 8th worst defensive team in the league. It's pretty good. All right, or pretty good for us, not good for them. And then, wait, the total rating differential, it was at we had 14.5. That is crazy. All right, game 1, we ended up losing. Of course we did. By 29 points. That sucks. Game 2, we win. That's a massive win by 18. Shout out to Darius Garland dropping 36. LaVine dropping 33. Shea with 18 and 14. Hey, Pelicans, you could have had Garland. You chose DeAndre Hunter. You chose to trade down, but we're down 2-1. We lose by 4. All right, on to game 4. We win. Let's go 2-2. We end up winning by 31 points. Or was that 31? I think so. Game 5, we win. And can we win this in 6? Yes. All right, as my water bottle hits over, but we end up winning in 6. The New York Knicks are your 2024 NBA champions. I am embarrassed, though. My first rebuild of 2022 ends up in a failure. Is that how we're going to set the tone for this year? That's not promising at all. But either way, I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did. Let me know down below which team you'd like to see this 3 rings or bust challenge with next. I think a team would be fun would be the Dallas Mavericks, because I think I could win it all in 3 years. Warriors, I would like to try them. I think they're like the 2 Western Conference front runners next. And then if there was an Eastern Conference team, I don't know. I think it could be the Raptors, could be the Hawks, who knows? Could be the Cavs. I think maybe the Cavs would be the front runner for the East, but I think for the West, Dallas may be next. I haven't done a rebuild with them in a while, so let me know what you guys think down below. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Hope you guys have a great 2022, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.